I'm not mad anymore. And I said I was going to talk about what's coming up. And, hold on, y'all. This is so dope. So, I didn't even know I could share pictures like that. Like, this is really dope. So, hey, so I told y'all I would talk about what's coming up. I talk about the Great Reset, yada, yada, yada. My phone is really hot. I hope it doesn't cut off. But anyway, as you can see, I got that big old Ace of Spades, Pluto circled on the United States cards. And that's a very, very key card. This is the United States spread we're seeing right here, y'all. There's a couple of key things on this spread to the left. We have this Ace of Spades, Pluto. But we also have a Five of Diamonds, Mars, y'all. And I don't know if y'all realize that the Five of Diamonds is the card for Israel. Israel's a Five of Diamonds. That's why we always giving them money. People want to know, why are we giving Israel money? Well, they dialed in the right card. They dialed in the right day. They did the right spell. So now they just forever getting money like that, right? But the time is drawing near to that spell to be over. But at any rate, and that's why we got such a problem with it. The Five of Diamonds is in Mars. So people in America are saying, why are you giving money to Israel? We don't want to give money to Israel. Well, guess what? Because we're in the reset, and this is a powerful spell time, you guys. Like, I had to skip to this. I want to talk about September and it being the King of Diamonds month, but I also want to tell you again and reiterate, spells are real. You know what I mean? Spells are real. And we are in a powerful spell time. We're in a powerful time for speaking things that are going to come into existence, right? Because when the reset is here and it's eliminating your connection to the past and making it impossible for you to go back to the past, then it is opening the doors for you to create the future at the same time. That is what's happening, okay? So, and mind y'all, I know I'm laying in the bed. I'm so tired, but I said I was going to come on live. So I just want to break down all this stuff. But the Ace of Spades in Pluto position is the finale. This is this is it. What that is indicative of is that there are going to be events that take place, likely Scorpio season, that are going to forever change the future, to change the present, are going to forever create like this major transformational shock that is going to push you forward. And because some of you really don't think that a woman can lead, of course, that's a transformational shock. This happens to be Kamala's karma card, the Ace of Spades. This is her challenging karma card. Your challenging karma card is the equivalent of your North Node. So that is where you're headed. But the reason it's a challenge is because it involves you evolving into a person that you're going into unknown territory for yourself. You're going into scary territory, right? And for her, it's leading the free world. And why is it a leader? Because the Ace of Spades actually has a King of Hearts in Pluto. Kings are leaders. You know what I mean? But you're talking about the leader that has to build their courage in order to lead. So yes, Kamala struggled with being in charge and being the leader and making leadership. Could she be a leader? Yes, absolutely. She was not a person who she probably never had any ambition to become president, to be totally honest. Not according to her card and her card thing. Like, she's a 2 of clubs. That is the card of the word king, by the way, right? And it's like an underdog kind of thing. It's like you're not born. If you look at all of the stories and like the Disney movies and all this other stuff, you have this character that it's always the character that had no idea how powerful they were, right? Even in Cinderella, she was basically scrubbing the floors of her with her stepmother. Everybody was treating her bad, talking to her, talking down on her, like saying she was, ugly, she was hideous, she would never have this, she would never have that. And then one day, she decided to venture out. One day, a spirit visited her and basically unlocked some powers that she had within her. And then we all know the story of Cinderella. Ultimately, she went on to marry the prince, right? And become a princess, become a queen. This is the same story that's portrayed over and over and over again because it is true. It is usually the people who are in power or the most powerful that start out as, not believing or not knowing how powerful they are. Right? So what you have right now, our phone is so hot, y'all. What you have right now is we're in a time where a lot of the underdogs, a lot of you are being unlocked, right? And because of that, a lot of us are being unlocked. A lot of us. A lot of our superpowers are being unlocked. And because of that, you're going to have to stay away from the naysayers and focus on the job at hand and focus on your job, because you're going to have more naysayers. And it's not that you even have more naysayers. Let me take that back. You're going to have a lot of supporters, right? But the few naysayers, their voices are going to trigger you so bad because they're going to bring up all of the lack of support you've had in the past, all of the trauma that you had in the past. They're going to bring up some real shit for you. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how much support you have, you're going to hear the voices of the negative and the naysayers super loud right now. And it's going to be very painful. You know what I mean? Very, very, very painful. So my suggestion, shut them voices out. You don't need to listen to them. And especially on the internet, because the internet has been ground zero for people to just say whatever they want to say. You know what I mean? And not think. Speak without thinking. Speak without having grace. Speak without having love. Speak without seeing the bigger picture. The internet has been ground zero for that. So especially on the internet, you're going to, at this time, have to cut those people off. It is a time to decide where you want to be in life. What side you want to be on. And it's not like a war, but it's like, what side supports you? Like, this is an important time. We're in like a leap right now. This is a leap. This is a quantum leap into the future. And either you can believe me or not believe me, but there's enough people that believe me. There's enough people that know what I'm saying is true. I don't need everybody to know what I'm saying is true, but there's enough of you to know what I'm saying is true because you see it happening in your own life. You're seeing it happen in your own life. So during this critical moment, you're going to have, back in the days, we had the Bible. You had, they when they were leaving the city, they were told not to look back, or they would turn to whatever, salt or whatever the case may be. And then you had the Noah building the ark. Everybody had to get on the ark. You have all of these different symbolisms about going to a new level. and having to leave behind those who are not ready to be on that level. All of this symbolism. Well, that time is here. That symbolism is here again. It's here, and it's here in a major way. So you're going to have to decide, you know what I mean, to turn down the music a little bit. That's not singing the song that's for your best, your highest good. That's not moving you and elevating you to the next stage, because that's where we're going. This is ascension. This is evolution. This is a critical point in history. A critical point in history. And when it's a critical point in history, it's no better time than now to take a leap. No better time. You got nothing to lose now and everything to gain. But while you're leaping, you have to visualize, what do you want to leap into? At the same time, you don't just leap and just be like, catch me. You have to visualize, because this is about belief systems. We're programming new belief systems. And you get to participate in that. I'm working towards programming the best possible belief system I know of for people. But you get to participate in this belief system and the creation of this belief system. So you do not want to put doubt and negativity and what could not happen in that belief system. You just don't. And if you can't, because you got your own trauma and you got your trauma of the past, you better go get some help real quick, because you're going to miss out on the opportunity to leave that trauma behind forever. Serious. Like, this is a special time. Don't let them make you believe it's not. Don't let them make you believe it's just like it's been in the past. How? How is this just like it been in the past? Do you know we now have artificial intelligence, like on a scale that is freaking unbelievable, that never existed before? It's going to take over practically every job out there. So you're talking about AI. You're talking about, what do you call it? What else do we have? I mean, we got so much shit. I can't even, whatever. We literally just came out of a pandemic. A lot of people died during that pandemic, and people are still dying. And this hasn't happened in some of your lifetimes. It's so much things that have never happened in our lifetime. So how could you not think that we're not in the middle of big change? All across the board. You'd have to be a fool to think that things are going to be like they were, because they're not. They're not like they were. They're not. And they are not going to be. So what this Ace of Spades symbolizes is some major, shocking event that's going to take place to help your psyche reorient itself more and realize that this shit is real and that we are evolving. Do I know what it is? No, I don't. But part of it is the election of a woman president. That's obvious. That's the obvious one. The obvious one is having something new that we've never had before. That's what the Ace of Spades stands for. So we've never had a woman president. So having something new that we never had before, That is a thing. So like it or love it. And the reason why I hear the fear in some of y'all's voices when you're typing, now you're not even talking, is because it's something we never had before. It's something we never had before. So we're in the middle of a huge new beginning, y'all. That means leave that shit, that old shit, those old fears, all of that, leave it behind. Take advantage of the newness. Take advantage of this new opportunity to even be a part by pushing your agenda. What's your agenda? Your agenda can work within any agenda. What is your agenda? What do you want? What should you be doing? Because the universe doesn't just cut the past without giving you something. This separation of you from the past is going to open up you for the future. And some of you that have been working on things for a while and putting your heart and soul in them, this is the time when those things can really kick off. What happens when life changes like that? When you get in a position that you've been working for a very long time and all of a sudden the opportunities open up. So essentially everything that Kamala is going through, a lot of women are going through right now. I'm going through it. You're going through it. That is the opportunity to be a leader some way, shape, or form. Be a GOAT in your area, in your field, so that you can be one of those women leaders of the future. That is what's happening. It's happening to everybody. So when people talk about Kamala, I always refer it back to me because I'm going through the same shit. I'm going through the same shit. I'm in a man's field, in a man's world, quote unquote. I'm in a man's field. Everywhere I go, it's men. And whether it's tech, whether it's crypto, whether it's just being a leader in business, I'm in a man's field. So I identify with Kamala, whether you don't or not. I identify with her. I identify with her. Because it's not so much now the men who make it hard for me or make it hard for her. It is now the people who make it harder. Because they think we're weak. They think that we can't lead. They think that we can't do X, Y, Z. Do you know how many people I've faced that despite the fact I've done something that no other black person has done, and not even people in general, not by themselves, by myself, I built a financial ecosystem. I built a blockchain, a crypto that's been functioning since 2017. And in the world of blockchain, everything goes wrong. You get hacks. You get all types of disasters in the world of blockchain. And I've been through them all. And I'm still here. And I am a first woman to build a blockchain and a crypto ecosystem. I'm the first woman to do it. Woman. So there are a lot of things going on. This is a dragon year, you guys. A dragon year. This is a dragon year. The dragon is really the underdog. Because the dragon has to rise up to power. If you were born a king or born a leader, you wouldn't have to rise up to power. A dragon has to rise up to power. A dragon has to remind you how powerful they are every time they leave their den and blow fire everywhere and burn shit down. That's how they remind you of how powerful they are. But if they didn't do those things, a dragon would be nothing but a moth. You would not be afraid of dragons if a dragon did not leave its den and burn a village down. You wouldn't respect it. So a dragon is not a born known leader. A dragon has to fight for their leadership position. So I definitely see what some of the themes that are coming up for me with this reset is you not being able to go back. You not being able to go back to your hometown. You not being able to go back to the state you are from. You not being able to go back to your family. Instead, you're going forward to your soul family, new people. You not being able to go back to your old fears. You not being able to go back to your old ways. You being supported in doing something different, doing something innovative. I've been wanting to go back to my black hair. And I've been blocked left and right from going back to my black hair. My hair is getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. I want to go back to my comfortable dark self. Because you know why? Darkness is in the hidden. I don't want you to see me. When I walk in a place, I don't want you to see me. I don't want to be seen. I want to hide. That's another kind of woman. The woman that wants to hide. The woman that is supposed to be a leader, but she'd rather hide. It's a lot of you women out there like that. So we're being forced to not hide because us hiding is the reason they think we're weak. Us not being bold is the reason they think we're weak. I saw something so beautiful. Before I talk about the King of Diamonds, y'all saw me streaming from the club the other night. I saw something so beautiful, y'all, like really beautiful. You know what I saw? Women not fighting. Women admiring one another. Like when I used to go to the club in New York, in my age, there was always a fight. Like girls had razors in their mouths. We had knives. We had this because there was going to be a fight that popped off. None of these women were fighting. None of them. They were a little over the top, but none of them were fighting. None. One girl would start dancing. All the girls would start pulling out their phones, recording them, cheering them on, whatever. And it was actually very beautiful. I was like, this is really beautiful. Because beyond all of the externals and the superficial, they were showing love to one another. Most of them didn't even know each other. When we were going in the clubs when I was younger, you couldn't even look at somebody without thinking that without a person thinking you wanted to fight them. And this was in New York City. That's where I was yesterday. New York City, Fight Central. Now, mind you, it's not saying that there's still some chicks that's not going to fight over a man or whatever the case may be, but it's definitely less. Nowadays, you're more liable for the women to become friends and kick the guy out of their lives than you are to the women fighting over a guy. And I'm just saying as a whole, the fact that they're not fighting is beautiful. There is a change. There is a change. There is a change. It's a change going on. There is a change. The reset is here. So it's a King of Diamonds month. I know y'all so anxious about that. What is going to go on this month? A lot. Why is it going to be a lot that goes on this month? Because the King of Diamonds is the card of the eclipse that took place in Aries earlier this year. That eclipse was the closing eclipse to the Great American eclipse, which made an X across America. So this is a very significant King of Diamonds. That particular eclipse was a solar eclipse, which is powerful for women. I told y'all that. Some of y'all get mad. Some of the men might get mad. But it's the truth. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the cosmos. Be mad at astrology. Be mad at the planets, damn it. Be mad at the sun. Don't be mad at me. The eclipse, the solar eclipse, is powerful for women because that is the time that the moon swallows the sun. The moon, which is representative of the feminine, blocks out the sun. So that is the removal of obstacles for women in leadership. It is with this eclipse that we now have a woman running for president. That eclipse was in Aries. It's in Aries. So that is about to show itself now in the King of Diamonds month. And I guarantee you, if that debate happens between Kamala and Donald Trump happens this month like it's supposed to, she is likely going to do very well. Because Donald is already eclipsed. And I told y'all this. He's already eclipsed. He's already eclipsed. Biden only partially eclipsed. Because this eclipse took place on Biden's Mercury. Biden has the King of Diamonds in Mercury. It took place in his Mercury. So what happened? His mind. He didn't seem to have it all the way together, right? But this eclipse took place on, what's his name? Donald Trump is a diamond man. He is a king of diamonds. So as a king of diamonds, this is a solar eclipse for him. So this thing doesn't look good for him. This month does not look good for him. Not to mention the fact that we're getting ready to go into 10 of Diamonds week, which is, I told y'all, if you don't know that the 10 of Diamonds will 10 times the energy, right? So all of that stuff that he talks in the rhetoric is about to kick up even more. He's going to expose himself even more. He's going to say very racist things. He's going to say very sexist things. He's going to kick it up. See, the more you let him talk, the more he undoes himself. So he's going to say very sexist things, very, very sexist and racist things. I predicted that when Jupiter went into Gemini. Other people was like, oh, Jupiter's going into his sign. He's going to do so great. I said, are you fucking crazy? Jupiter going into Gemini is just going to make him talk even more and more and overdo it and say racist shit and sexist shit. And he's going to look even worse. And look at what happened. As soon as Jupiter went into Gemini, this man started talking all types of shit. But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't listen to me. It's okay. Because I'm still going to talk. It's all right. Jupiter went into Gemini, May or something like that. It's going to be there for the whole year. So Jupiter has made him a raven idiot, basically. Just let his mouth, he done turned the liquid lips to the 10th power. So now he's just saying everything. He's just talking, saying everything. He can't control himself. And I said that. I said that was going to happen to him. While some other astrologers were saying, oh, he's got great aspects. Jupiter's going in his sign. And Jupiter was the last thing he needed. Jupiter was the last thing that he needed. So this King of Diamonds month is definitely going to be very revealing. Now, this is also harvest season, you guys. Don't forget your karmic rewards. That's what this is about as well. So some of you are going to get your karmic rewards. This is the time to collect a reward, collect a house, collect something nice or whatever. This is the month to do it for your hard work in some area. This is how the universe will repay you. This is karma. That is why this is the time when you have Rosh Hashanah and these things in which people have to repay their debt. Like they have to bring their debts into balance. You got to balance your debt sheet. How do you bring your debt into balance, right? That's a question. You think it's just, I just got to pay my debts? No. This is actually the time when people are afraid of the consequences of being greedy. So they give. They give during this time. The wealthy, the greedy They give during this time because they're afraid of the consequences that they have to face because they were greedy. That's what this time is about. So that is partially why you can have a harvest, because those who are wealthy want to stay wealthy. So they got to bring their karma into balance right now. So this is the time when they'll give you a good deal, or give you a deal, or give you something that was so hard for you to get. That's why some of you have been telling you to go buy a house. And people are like, well, the housing market's going to crash and da-da-da-da-da. What the fuck does it matter if you're buying a house for yourself that the housing market is going to crash? This is something that you want genuinely. I'm not talking about an investment property, and even an investment property can come back later. I'm talking about your own dream house. Why would you not buy a house because the housing market is whatever? Because it's your house. We don't buy houses with our own house and our dream house with the intention of selling it. We buy it with the intention of living in it and enjoying it. And that's the best house that you're going to get, because then later on it is going to appreciate in value. You know why? Because you put your good energy in it. You bought it with good intentions. Your good energy is going to make that piece of property valuable for you. It doesn't matter what kind of housing crash or market happens out there. Your good intentions, your good energy towards it is going to create value in that thing. So a lot of you should be buying your own personal property right now. For you. Whether it's on a farm, whether it's just a regular house, whether it's whatever house, it's just a house you want. Get it. Because this is harvest season, and that is your harvest. That is your inheritance. It is during times when things seem so terrible that there is more available to you. There's more at stake. These times make people rich. They make people poor, and they make people rich. These times. So they'll distract you with the energy of fear and the energy of loss and the energy of endings, while you could be building a new beginning for yourself. That is also what that Ace of Spades and Pluto is. It is building a new beginning despite the obstacles and hardships and the war and the strife that's going on in the world. A new beginning. And this is the time to totally release the past. Cut cords with the past, y'all. It's never been a better time and an easier time to do so. Cut cords with the past. Cut the cords. Make the leap. People was always talking about Ascension, and they made it seem like such an like it was just a special thing that was going to happen to certain people. No. It's for those who want it. It's for those who want to ascend. It's for those who want to get, I'm doing a live. It's for those who want to get to the next level of the game. Cut the cords now. Cut the cords and take the leap. Look forward, not back. Dead serious. This is magical energy. Magical energy. Look, Scorpio, 8th house stuff. You got death mixed with money. I got a Scorpio stellium. So while they out there dropping bombs and blowing bombs and doing this, doing that, I'm thinking about how I could take my family to the next level. Because I can't help them people struggling. I can't help nobody struggling. I can't implement my plans properly struggling. The struggle is dead. Say that this week. It's a 10 of diamonds week. You know, it has a 9 of hearts. Pluto, that's wishes. This is a powerful wish manifesting week. And if you're going to say, I don't want to struggle no more, that means you got to see what it means to not struggle no more. And then focus on that. See where you want to be. Imagine where you want to be this week. Speak where you want to be. And if you don't know, get out there and look. Look around. Go window shopping. Go window shopping for a life you want to have. And cut them cords. Cut them cords. I tell people, when you have the wish card, that is not a wish for world peace card. No. Because you're not going to train your mind that this is a first of all, it's impossible right now. Obviously, you ain't going to get no world peace right now. Second of all, it's impossible to train your mind for what that looks like. Because first of all, your concept of world peace is not everybody else's. So that means you need something real. You want to start manifesting for real, you need something real to manifest. You need something real to show you it's real. So you need a real material item to show you it's real. I don't care if it's a car, a bike, a motorcycle, a house, something. Get on it. That's your assignment this week. Get some incentive in your life. Incentive. Incentivize yourself. And you will have it. Cool? Just try to envision a new life for all of us, because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. We are getting a new life, and no one can stop it. The Pluto card for this week is the 9 of hearts. That is the wish card. This week starts Monday. It's a 10 of diamonds week. That is a big tsunami money, wish card energy. It's big. It's big. So this is a big leap week for y'all. Big leap week. Make big moves. I was telling y'all the tens blow everything up out of proportion, everything. So think about what it is that you want to blow up out of proportion. Think of what it is that you want to grow exponentially. And that's what you need to focus on. Definitely visit that open house. Go find you a house. So, I'm going to shut it down because I got to go to sleep. I'm going to get me some braids tomorrow, and braids last all that. It's going to be all day. And guess who's braiding my hair tomorrow? She's a 10 of diamonds. On a 10 of diamonds week. Just never fails. Beautiful. I think the last time I went to get my hair done from her, it was a 10 of diamonds day. And she's a 10 of diamonds Aquarius. Shout out to Victoria Hairology. So yeah, that's my secret weapon right there. So anyway, y'all, remember, we're not going back. No, she's not putting green in my hair. She's putting braids in my hair. I get my hair braided tomorrow because I don't have no time to be messing around with hair. I'm super busy these next couple of months. So she about to braid me up. If y'all want to know her, have her link, I'll share it with you after I get my hair braided because she's the best. She's like one of the few people I trust with doing my hair. She's been doing my hair for 20-something years. So, yeah. Not going back. And cut that dead weight. Peace, y'all.